Hey, what's up everybody? I wanted to teach you how to use grep with this video. Grep is a very useful command line tool which allow you to match patterns of text into text file or output any plain text you can find. So I have here some files. What I encourage you to do is to download those files. The link is in the description, and open a terminal and try to follow along with me. From time to time, I will ask you a question, how to output this or that, and you can pause the video at that point and try to do it by yourself. This way, if you try to do what I'm doing and to answer my questions, you will learn way more. But of course, it's only an advice. All right, so let's begin. Grep works like that. You can search a pattern into a file. So what does it do is grep will search the pattern pacman into the file pacman.log. And the output will be every lines which contains your pattern pacman. So by default, grep is case sensitive, which means that it will only display exactly your pattern. It will display exactly your pattern without the equivalent uppercase. But if you want to display pacman uppercase and lowercase, you can add -i for case insensitive. And this time, pacman lowercase and pacman uppercase will be matched. What you can do as well is invert the output. It means that you can display every line which doesn't contain the pattern pacman or anything you want. To do that, you need to use -v for invert, and this time every lines from the file pacman.log will be displayed in the output except the line which contains the string of character pacman. However, you can see here that there is pacman uppercase in those two lines. So it's the first exercise for you. What if I want every line from pacman.log which doesn't contain pacman uppercase or lowercase? How do you do that? You can pause the video and try to answer the question. So I want every line which doesn't match something, so I need the invert, and I want to be case insensitive, so I need to do that in pacman.log. And this time, if I look at my output, I don't have any pacman in any line. So this is the answer. All right, now we will see how to search in multiple files. So for now we were searching in pacman.log, but we can search in every log files, and what this means is it means that I'm trying to find the string pacman into every log file in my current directory. And in my current directory, I have two log files, haskell.log and pacman.log. So if I do that, you will see that in the output, there is a new information, which is at the beginning of each line, which is the file name where the pattern was matched. You can as well match every file in your current directory with the wildcard. And it does the same because my third file, httpd.conf, doesn't have any pacman pacman in it. What you can do as well is matching every files in every subdirectories. So for that, I need to create a new directory just to show you. And I need to put haskell.log in my new haskell subdirectory. So now we have pacman.log, haskell, the haskell directory. And in the haskell directory, I have haskell.log. So what if I want to find pacman in every log file in every subdirectories? I need to do that. Grep -or for recursive. I want to find pacman. And as you can see here, the haskell.log in the subdirectory is parsed as well, and a result was found. All right, another little exercise for you. I have a file which is httpd.conf, and this is the default config file for web server Apache 2, and I'm trying to display every line of this file except the comment, and this is a comment. So every comment in this file begin with this character. So I want to display every line except comment with this character in httpd.conf. How would you do that? Well, you can do that like that. You need to invert your match because you don't want any comments, and you want to do that in httpd.conf. And here we go. Now our output doesn't contain any comment anymore. It's pretty useful because in many web server default configuration, there are many comments. Like in Nginx default configuration or Apache 2, it's full of comments. It can be useful to understand how it works, but if you want to, for example, create a new config file without comment, you can use grep, and then you can copy paste or do something a bit more complicated with it. All right, let's continue. Let's now change even more the output. So for example, what if I want to display the line numbers of the line which match the pattern? I can use -n for line number. And you can see at the beginning of each line, I have the line number in the file where the string of character pacman is matched. If I search in multiple files, oh, sorry. First of all, I want to come back like at the beginning of the video. Oh, I deleted Haskell. Little technical problem here, but oh, sorry for that. All right, so now we are like at the beginning of the video. So if I want to match every line number for every pacman in every log files, I can do that, and now I don't have only the line number at the beginning of each line, but I have as well the file name. What I can do as well is hide the file name. So if I do -h for hide, this time I don't have any file name at the beginning of the lines. If I want to display the file name at the beginning of the line, even if I search in only one file, I can do -h uppercase. And this time, even if I'm searching in one file, I have at the beginning of lines the file name. If I want to only display the file name and nothing else, I can do -l, and this time I have only the file name displayed. If I do that, it makes a bit more sense. If I want to look at every file name and only file name which doesn't contain the pattern, I can do -l uppercase, and it will display httpd.conf because httpd.conf doesn't contain any line which match pacman with a match. Yeah. So let's do another exercise. What if in our file httpd.conf you want to display every comment with the line number and the file name? So comment in httpd.conf with line number and file name. You can pause the video and try to answer that. So how to do it? You need to display the line number, the file name, because we only search in one file. And here we go. Every comment from httpd.conf with the line number and the file name. Another exercise. What if you want to search in every log file, every lines, so in every log file, every lines which doesn't contain pacman with line number and without file name? How would you do that? So first of all, in every log file, so we can already do that, every line which doesn't contain pacman, so we need to invert because it doesn't contain something. And I have a typo, but that's fine. So it doesn't contain pacman, line number, without file name, here we go. So display the line number, invert the result, hide the file name in every log file. And I'm searching pacman. And here we go. Wonderful output. All right. Last thing, if you only want to display the output itself, if you only want to display the pattern matched without the entire line, you can do -o. And this time, only the match will be displayed, not the entire line, as you can see here. If you target multiple files, if you search in multiple files, you will have the file name at the beginning. So a little exercise again. If you want to display the file name, the line number, but only the pattern matched, so file name display file name file number only pattern match with the pattern Pacman in every log file. How would you do that? Well, we want to display the file name. Since we search in multiple log files, we don't need anything for that. We want the file number, -n. We want only the pattern match, with the option O, pattern Pacman, every log file. And here we go. All right, something very useful as well is display some context. What does it mean? It means that you can display line before or lines after a match. For example, if I want 3 lines after the match package in pacman.log, here we go. I have my line here, which match package here. And I have 3 lines afterwards. If I want to display 3 lines before, I can do that. And you can see here, I have my match, and I have 3 lines before it. Now, if I want 3 lines before and 3 lines after, I can use C for context, and this time I will have the match here, 3 lines before, and 3 lines after. All right, little exercise for you. If I want 3 lines before, two lines after, without file name, with line number, I want every line with the string Pacman in every log file. How do I do that? Well, I want 3 lines before the match, so I can't use C here because I want only 2 lines after the match. So I need to use B3, A2, without file name, which means that I need to hide the file name, with line number, -n. You can do that as well, but you can as well do that. Matching Pacman in every log file. And here we go. You can see here something weird happened because I want only 3 lines before, and here I have a match, and here I have another match on the line just before it. Because of that, the before here doesn't really work. Each time, and for example, this case is a bit similar because we want 2 lines after the match, but since there is a match just after it, it doesn't respect these 2 lines after. So it's something to keep in mind when you use this. All right. Okay, the last case would be to use grep on an output, and it's again very useful. I use that a lot. So for example, if I do that, it will display every process is running on my computer, every program if you want. And now I would like to filter all of that and only display the processes which are run by ZSH. ZSH, which is my shell. So I can use a pipe. So I can use that and use a pipe like that. And what a pipe is, it takes the output of the command which is just before it, and it gives it as input to the command just after it, which means that everything which is output by this command will be taken as input for grep. So if I do that, it will filter every line which contains ZSH. So at the end, I will have every processes which is run by ZSH. All right, so a question for you. What if I want to display every processes which are not run by ZSH? How would I do that? Every processes not run by ZSH. Well, I need to display every processes. I can do that, but I need to invert again the result. And even if you use a pipe, you can use every options on grep you want. And if I do that, I have every processes without the one run by ZSH. All right, I hope this video was useful for you. Don't hesitate to leave a comment, and let's see each other again in another video. Thank you for watching. I hope you will have a great day.